Yay!
Live!
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to my channel, A Book Utopia. I'm Sasha. If you do not know that, that'll be a little bit awkward since this is my channel. But here, we're just going to go down the line introducing ourselves, and then we'll talk about the book.
Hi, I'm Natasha, and my channel is Tashopolis. And my thoughts on City of Heavenly Fire, loved it. It's been a couple weeks, so can't remember all the lovely details of it, but I'm sure people will remind us.
Yes.
And I'm Maureen. My channel is Maureen TV here on the Tube of You. And it's also been a couple weeks for me since I read City of Heavenly Fire, but I loved it. The feels. That's my description for this book, is the feels.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, the feels were definitely.
We should, hold on a second, we should probably tweet this out so that people know we're on. We're live. Put the link in the chat.
It's not the link for, like, that.
Yeah.
It's not the plus Google whatever link. It's a different one. Oh, hello, Jack Eats Books. I see your comment there.
The link, won't let me click on it for more than, 1 second. It,
I know, that's really difficult. You have to, right-click and, copy it. It's really hard. Google Plus, man.
Event page do I need to get, or embed?
Okay. Hold on, people.
I'm not gonna. How about you just just tell them to go to my channel. It's on my channel right now. I see it.
Hold on.
I'll find it on your channel.
Here.
Find it that way.
Slash book Utopia. Hold on, people. We're sorry.
Yeah, we've had technical difficulties for a little bit now. It's not fun. Oh, and by the way, Benjamin Atomes from Ben, he was supposed to be here, but he has dinner, and we had to change the time because I'm going to the Fierce Reads tour in about an hour and a half, so I'll have to leave at 5 o'clock, sadly. But we wanted to get this out there, and we wanted to tell you guys our thoughts, so that's why we're having it right now. And we hope that you guys enjoy it, even though Ben couldn't be here, sadly. He may pop in if he can, but probably not since he's out for dinner. But yeah, but now you're here with Maureen, Tasha, and I, so yay!
Yay! Okay, I put the link in the chat box if you guys want to tweet it.
Okay. I tweeted it. I found it.
I'm gonna retweet it.
Yay! Retweet that tweet. I'm really tired right now, so I don't know how this is gonna go, guys.
We'll my gosh, I'm exhausted, but
it's gonna be crazy. I filmed a really weird, crazy thing yesterday, and I loved it. We'll see eventually.
Oh my gosh. So do you guys want to just start talking about how we like the book, and then we'll jump into the Q&A questions that you guys will be asking us? Want to do that?
Yeah.
So I'll start since I'm the first, right, in the bot line. So City of Heavenly Fire, if you guys do not know this out there, I own an Instagram account called @TheShadowHunters. I'm a huge fan of the Mortal Instruments series, and so I've been waiting for this book for 2 years since the last one came out, and now that it was finally here, it was so surreal, and it lived up to my expectations. By the way, before we start, this is going to have lots of spoilers in it, guys, so if you have not finished the book, you're going to be spoiled, so warnings right now, warning.
Lots of warnings.
Lots of warnings. So I absolutely adored City of Heavenly Fire. I thought it was great. The ending was perfect. It was a very Hollywood ending, although I think leading up to it, it was very raw and awesome and very emotion-filled. I thought I would cry more, honestly, because I cried a lot in Clockwork Princess, but I didn't cry as much as I thought, but that's also good because I didn't want to have to cry because one of my favorite characters died or something, and that ended up not happening. So, but I was really happy about the book, and I think it turned out amazingly, and I cannot wait to talk more about it later on. So, next.
Yay. I think, okay, so if you guys haven't already, Sasha and I have our vloggy type videos up if you really want to know our thoughts, because we both recorded ourselves reading the book. I think were you the only two who did that?
I think so. That's the only people I know, you and me.
I think Jenna Cleric did it as well. I'm not sure.
I saw one more day coming up, day 3, but I need to edit that, and it's been a while.
But okay, thoughts. Wow. Hold on. Maybe if I hold it, it will come back to me. I loved it. I was kind of a little mad that we didn't lose anybody. You know,
Yeah.
the only times I actually cried were because of Will Herondale, because he's like the only one who died, but he still died in like,
Oh, wait. Oh, Infernal Devices spoilers, by the way.
Whoops.
Old age.
Yeah, we're spoiling Infernal Devices. Sorry. I hope I don't. Okay. Well, yeah. The only points I ever cried was because of Will Herondale and Tessa and anything back to the Infernal Devices. I remember our live show. Like, I think I was still reading it, Maureen. We had that live show like a while back, like a couple weeks ago, and we're like, the only thing like City of Heavenly Fire made me want to do is like reread the Infernal Devices, which is basically true.
Yeah, I really want to reread them, but I'm really bad at rereading books, so I probably it won't happen.
Maureen is an expert at rereading books.
I reread books all the time,
Okay, Maureen, you can go.
Well, as everybody knows, maybe, well, I will tell everybody because probably nobody knows. I reread all of the Mortal Insurance books leading up to City of Heavenly Fire in the week before City of Heavenly Fire came out. Because I like to make myself suffer in ways that I didn't know existed. So that's what I do for myself. It was good. I just like didn't get anything done and my room was a wreck for like a week. I really liked it. I liked it a lot better than even like all the previous books. I felt like the characters were a lot more mature in this book and really had like a lot more of their personalities like come out, and I was like, oh, where have you been? Hey guys, where have you been? And I think me and like a couple other people were like, I like Clary a lot more than this book, because in some of the books I'm like, I kind of want to punch you in the face. I love you, but I kind of want to punch
matured. She really matured in this book, and you could definitely see that, especially from City of Bones. She's like an impulsive little girl. Now she's a very non-impulsive woman, and I think it was amazing seeing that character development.
Yeah, she got a lot better. So, and I mean, I kind of called that we weren't going to lose anyone in this book. I said it, I think I was talking to Max at Well Done Books, and I was like, I think that Cassandra Clare is like Stephanie Meyer, and she's not going to kill off any major characters. Because she can't do it. And so I was like, I really don't think anybody that like we really like is going to die. So he was like, oh, okay, we'll see it. I was like, I don't think so. And who was right?
Yeah. I got spoiled.
I mean, we kind of lost Simon for a little bit, and I feel like, I mean, I was satisfied with the whole Simon thing. I liked it, but I was like also like I would have been okay if he had done his whole thing and like actually forgotten them. But then it wrapped up, and I was like, whatever. I'm just so happy that I don't even care. Don't even care.
I thought that Magnus was going to die because I got spoiled. If you don't know, on Prue's Project, Reagan's Instagram, somebody commented like, oh, Magnus died because he sacrificed his life, his immortal life, for Isabel, and I thought that was true because it sounded really true. And then I was just like going through the whole entire book like, Magnus is going to die soon, but then it ended up he didn't, and I actually thought Magnus was going to die because I'm like, okay, he's immortal, and I think he has lived a long life, even though Magnus is one of my favorite characters, but he didn't die, and I'm actually really happy about that. But then again, I was like, wait, what? Okay, nobody died that I cared about. Well, I actually did care about Sebastian a lot. I really liked his character, and I thought it would be unique if he didn't die, and he kind of got redeemed and turned into Jonathan, but that didn't happen.
That was, like, heart-wrenching, that whole scene.
I totally thought Magnus was going to die. I thought Izzy was going to die there for a second. I remember I was, like, reading it, and I had, like, messaged Sasha. I'm like, Izzy cannot die!
Where's that going to happen?
And,
that was great.
And then, like, the whole Simon thing, in the back of my mind, I knew like he was gonna get his memories back. Like it was really, really sad at that point, and I was like trying to make myself sad, but to be honest, like I knew he was gonna be back somehow. Like You know,
I actually wish that he didn't get his memories back. Not in like I don't want Simon, because more like it would create more depth to the novel. But then again, I was happy he did, but. Then he never was supposed to be in the shadow world ever, so that's why I was like, well, now he can go back to his normal life, the life that he's supposed to live. But I'm actually really happy because now he's going to be ascended, and is that what we call it, ascended, and turn into a shadow hunter. Like on the back of the book, like the inside cover, you could see how he has runes on him, And I didn't really notice that until like somebody pointed it out in one of their reviews. I'm like, what? Oh, look at that. But I think that was really awesome. Like, he's gonna turn into a shadow hunter.
Well, like this like whole back of the book here, like I didn't think it was supposed to be spoilery, but I didn't see the runes on Simon. But what I saw is I saw Jordan was gone and wasn't like featured. So I was like, okay, well Jordan's dead, dying in this. Yeah,
I didn't
Marie.
mind. It was a necessary sacrifice.
Wait, hold on, Marie has to say something.
I have to say something. I have to say, in rereading in City, I'm just going to raise my hand, guys. I'm in class now. I think I was reading City of Lost Souls. It was whenever, after Maya and Jordan got together, they were talking about always and forever and like all this stuff. I was like, oh, you're putting some ultimatums out there. One of you is going to die in the next book. I'm calling it now. It's like, I don't know which one's going to die, but one of you is going to die.
Oh, it was so true, though. Like, I knew that I wouldn't mind if Maya died, but I think Maya became such a badass. Like, when she became the pack leader, I'm like, you go, girl, you go. And then I was like, oh, I thought you would die, so never mind.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna die too, but I like how I when I was reading the book, I didn't think, I'm like, why is Maya necessary now? Why can't we just focus on everybody who's in like Idris? But
Yeah,
I understand now.
I agree. I think that she was whenever her part came, like her point of view, I didn't skim over it, but I didn't read it as in depth as I did with the other characters, just because I'm like, okay, let's get on to the Sebastian problems over in Idris. Like, I don't really care about Maya, but it's okay. Maya, I think she's gonna become important. No, I don't think she's gonna become important in the Dark Artifices, but. Oh, what do you guys think about Emma and Julian, like, in this book? I really liked how we got to see a little bit of their characters, because it makes me even more excited for the Dark Artifices.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Cassie, you're just putting Emma in here for, like, us to be attached to her. Like, that's all you're doing. But then I'm like, okay, this is actually really interesting, and I'm glad you added Emma and Jules in here. And it's like, she added in there so that we will read the Dark Artifices, but I'm still happy she did because I love all of her books, so I mean, I like seeing the character.
Yeah.
I think
wait, hold on one second. If you guys are watching on the YouTube page and you want to ask us questions, the question Q&A is open on the left side of your screen. It should be like a yellow box that says join the hangout. So you go there if you want to ask questions.
Yeah. Okay. Emma and Julian. Let's be real. I called, like, when was it? Maybe, like, the first chapter. I was like, okay, I already know what, like, one of the struggles with the next book is going to be. Not the whole fairy thing, but the whole, they're going to be power body, and she's going to fall in love with him, and then it's going to be a problem. I called that, like, way early on. I was like, oh, my. As soon as they mentioned power body, I was like, oh, okay, so this is what's going to happen. I called it right now. But I really, probably unpopular opinion, I was like, I think I'm going to like Emma more than I liked Clary from her little parts in there.
Yeah,
I think we were too.
Yeah. Who's going?
You can go, Sasha.
Okay, thank you. I think that as Cassandra Clare's writing develops, I think that her characters develop also. So as she created Clary first as her first fictional character, I think that they'll just get better from there. Like Tessa, she was such an amazing character. I love Tessa. I always will love Clary. It just I think I agree with Maureen saying how Emma will be a really awesome character from the get-go. And I think that she'll have amazing character development, but not as drastic as Clary did. So we would like her more just because she started off as a strong character and kind of made her way into making her more strong.
I think what was interesting, I think Clary's character grew as Cassie's writing,
Yeah.
I think Clary, her personality is a metaphor for, Cassie's writing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I totally agree.
But I definitely agree. I think we're going to like Emma a lot more because she's going to be badass. She's going to already be in the world, and
she's going to be awesome. I really think so. And I think that her and Julian, I already ship them, so, I'm all right with them. I don't know what their ship name is. Is it, no. Gemma, Julian, I don't know.
That would be funny if it's Gemma.
That'd be so funny. So do you guys want to answer some questions and just start with those? Okay. So, let's answer so it looks like, how do you feel about how Simon's story wrapped up? We already kind of talked about that, didn't we?
Hi, Jack.
Yeah,
Hey,
thanks, Jack.
if you wanna, did you click it to like put it to the top for answering the questions?
Yeah, it's up there.
It's not showing up for me.
It's not showing up for me.
Really? I just did that.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Maybe it'll take a minute.
Delayed.
How do you feel about how the Simon story wrapped up? I think we kind of mentioned it already. Sorry, Jack.
I thought it was good, but then again, I thought, like, it was really a Hollywood ending in that sense. I think that one of the main characters should have had something drastic happen to them, even though it didn't really. But I think that I like Simon's ending. I want to see him turn into a Shadowhunter, though. I wish we got to see a little bit more of that, but hopefully in the next books we will get to see some of that.
Well, we're getting the Simon short stories. Like,
Oh, wait, yeah.
thing.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, so we will see whatever is happening with him. I feel like, I think what would have been better is if Cassie had put more of a time on it. You know, like how in the Infernal Devices, this is a spoiler for Infernal Devices. If you guys haven't read it yet, I'll put my hand down. Maureen, your face. Okay, so like, you know how like the epilogue for the Infernal Devices, like 2008, we're like, whoa, what the heck? I wish they had done that for like Simon and had like put it like maybe like 3 years in advance, so that it would have been more of a shocker that they hadn't been with Simon hadn't been with like his friends for a long time. I think that would have been better.
I think that'll be interesting. I'm glad that she at least gave it a few months, but I felt like it was really fast. But then again, I'm like, okay, I'll work with that. It's all right. At least it wasn't like a few weeks after, but I wish she at least gave it like a year. That would be like a little bit more interesting. Maybe they would show up as like his graduation or something. That would be really cool.
Yeah. Like after he had like finished his normal high school years.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't even think about that, but that probably, I think that would have been better for me as well, because then it would have like, you would have felt it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm still, like, it's one of those things where you're like, I'm not happy because I want to end with some tension and with something deeper. It's like one of those things where you're like, I want to end with something like still off, because like that makes a better like ending because you feel it more. But at the same time, I'm so real happy that he's like gonna be a shadow. Like, it's like I have like a pull where I'm like, I want it to happen, but I'm also still really happy about it.
Big plot twist. I thought it was a really big plot twist because I did not expect that. But then when it did happen, she was hinting towards it, saying how they need to send more Shadowhunters. So then when Simon's like, "Oh, I'm mortal now. I can be ascended," I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome. Sissy's a thing now." So
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So there's a good question right here. Where is it? Okay. It says, hey guys, how do you feel about Sebastian turning into Jonathan and then dying? Can I just say something? I really wish, I mentioned this earlier on, but I really wish that we got to keep Jonathan and just all the Sebastian would burn away. I wish he did not die. I wish that he would turn into a character, but then again, that would be like really difficult to play around with, because then everybody else would hate him no matter what, because he was Sebastian even though it was Jonathan. But I really wish it was like a little bit different ending, like the bad guy doesn't die, he gets turned into like a good guy. But you know, I just wish that he didn't die, because that was a little bit predictable, like really predictable. But you know, that's just my thoughts, and I really liked his character, so that was kind of sad for me.
I think what was unpredictable about his death was that we did see him turn into Jonathan, and that Cassie kind of made us sad for him and sad for the mom. What's her name? I can't think.
Jocelyn.
Yeah, Jocelyn and Clary, that they never had the brother, and it was like basically it just like made me think of like how Valentine really screwed up everything for everybody, and it was really just all Valentine. And like we thought, like for me, I'm like, oh no, Sebastian's like the most evil character ever, but it was all just because of Valentine. So I think it made me think a lot about his character and about like how Cassie had kind of weaved him in. So I really liked that she had let us glimpse at what it would have been like. Because I think we needed that. I think if he had stayed alive, then it'd be like it would be super happy, and we would have had everything that we wanted. But I think that's like the only thing that like.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Those were lots of good thoughts that I agree with on everybody. I feel like it was like, okay, so we're gonna make the one death that everyone's looking forward to, because we're like, yeah, Sebastian's gonna die. We're gonna make it like a punch in the gut and actually make you feel sad instead of happy. So I was like, all right, what the crap? And I cried a little bit of that because I was just like, ah.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, have you seen my day 3 documentary video, which will be up sometime in the near future? Don't know when though. Probably when I get back from VidCon, hopefully, if it all works out.
Come
Woo! Are we
I
all
can't
going to
believe I'm going to be seeing you two in person in
I
less than a
know.
week.
I'm so excited. I'm like,
I'm excited to see my friends.
I know, right? So close yet so far.
Okay.
There's a good question here. It says, are you more excited for the Dark Artifices or the Last Hours? If you guys don't know, the Last Hours takes place after, kind of after the Infernal Devices with the children of the characters of the Infernal Devices. I'm kind of keeping it vague. And then the Dark Artifices takes place after the Mortal Instruments. Me personally, I'm really excited for the Dark Artifices just because I like the contemporary world that Cassandra Clare set up. I like learning about it in like the a more historical sense, so I'm excited for the Last Hours, but I feel like I'll connect more with the characters of the Dark Artifices personally. That's what I think. I'm more excited for that story though.
I think I'm more excited for the Dark Artifices just because of the little seeds that Cassie had planted in City of Heavenly Fire. I know she kind of mentioned the Last Hours and how Magnus had referenced back to Tessa and Will's children. You guys should know. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna put it out there. But like she kind of referenced back to their children and how, because I didn't read the Bane Chronicle, so I don't know that much. Like the Midnight Air is the one you should read, which I've heard from Christine. That like kind of goes into Will's son, who's like a complete butthead. So I'm excited for the attitudes of those children and to see like Tessa and Will be parents. And
not really sad. I think it'll be really sad too.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be crying. Just anything with Will, and he's gonna be alive, and it's not gonna be good, okay?
Yeah. Oh.
I'm really excited for the Dark Artifices because of the seeds that Cassie planted for like her parents and the mystery of why her parents died, and everyone thought it was the Red Shadow Hunter. So I want to know why they died. Okay.
I'm gonna go against the grain here and say I'm excited for the Last Hours. Mostly just because, let's be real, Will and Tessa, and you know Jem's gonna show up sometime. So you know that they're all gonna be there. They're all my favorites.
That's what I need to be.
That's why I'm happy for that, because I'm like, everyone will be back. And just pretend that everything is the best. I don't even know.
Fine.
I don't even know. So
okay. So there's.
Oh, Marina, you done? Sorry.
No, I'm done. I'm done. That's it.
Okay. So it's like, what do you think about the evolution of the characters, specifically Alec? I felt like he grew. I agree. I think Alec's character, he was so much more likable in the City of Heavenly Fire than he ever was in City of Bones. It's so amazing seeing his character development specifically, because he really grew into his character and really matured along with the rest of the characters. And I think that, like, Clary, too, she really matured also. Jace, I feel like he definitely broke down the walls that surrounded him from the very first book in the series towards the last book. I feel like he really opened up to more people. And I love the scenes between Jace and Alec. They're just like heart to hearts. I thought that was beautiful. But yeah, I really like the character development, and I really loved it between Alec. I think he really grew into his character and became a really good, strong character as it was. So.
I agree. I didn't like Alec. I thought he was a little bitch. I reread the first 3 books before the movie came out last summer, and I was like, I just don't like him. And then like the movie kind of, which we don't like the movie, but like the movie kind of enhanced his bitchiness. I don't know, But I really liked him in this, and he was like funny, and he had good lines. Like especially when he kept like walking in on Simon and Izzy.
That's so funny.
I know. I think the only person who didn't like grow, maybe because she's already like her, was Izzy.
Yeah. She's always been a strong character.
Yeah, but that's.
Well, I feel like she grew in terms of like she let Simon in. That's how she grew because she was very no love, gonna just defy my parents and date bunches of people. But then like through the whole Simon thing, that's how she grew.
I agree.
Agreed.
Maureen, did you answer your question or?
Yeah, I feel like all of them grew. Like even just like the start of this book, all of them like. There were, like, a lot of annoying things in the last couple books that I was just like, guys, just stop. Just stop. And then, book, like, a lot of them, like, just starting out, all of the characters were just, like, so much more mature, and I was like, whoa, hey, we've arrived here.
Finally. I agree.
But I feel like they all experienced a lot of growth in this book, and they all were, like, just started out being a lot more grown up, and I liked it a lot.
I agree. Okay, so the next question, this one's really good. It's like, what do you think of the scene between Sebastian and the Sealy Queen? And then yeah, I know. I honestly, well, actually, I was like, come on, that's kind of predictable because I always knew it was either Sebastian and Sealy Queen or Sebastian and Maureen because they're both like Sealy Queen and Maureen were both evil and bad characters. So I wasn't really surprised. I knew that the Sealy Queen was being kind of roped into something. She thought that he was in love with her, but obviously Sebastian, he doesn't feel love. He feels like wanting, and he feels like a love for his sister. I think that's it. But I honestly expected that, so I didn't really feel anything towards it. I was just like, oh, predictable. But I still liked it a lot. I liked that little twist.
I just was like really grossed out, and I didn't even think about. Sorry, I didn't even think about him and Maureen. That's gross. That's weird. But I didn't like the. Shh. Sorry. But I thought it was funny that Christine brought up. I didn't even think about it in her review of how the fairy queen could be mothering his child. I didn't even think about that.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know if that's gonna happen though.
That'll be a little bit too extreme, but then again, I feel like in the Dark Artifices, the fairies are going to make a comeback in a way and try to fight back, so that would be a good thing that would happen. But then again, the child probably isn't evil if it because Sebastian, like, he was evil because he was injected with evil in a way. He was not originally evil, so I think that the child maybe wouldn't be evil, but then again, if they did have a child, it'll either be completely nutso or just there.
I don't know. I think he might be nutso because, well, if okay, I'm not gonna get that technical. Wow. But like the DNA, like he like I mean, I think the demon's blood is like ingrained into his DNA, and the only thing that could actually like separate that was like the heavenly fire from heaven. But yeah, Maureen, do you have thoughts?
My turn. No, that's my thought is no. I was just, like, I feel like it surprised me because I was like, oh, and I was like, crap, that makes more sense. But I think I had like thought that earlier, but I was still like, this whole scene is making me uncomfortable. Also, can I just say, Maureen, worst namesake in the entire frickin' world. Like, there's no Maureens in literature, and this is the one that I get. And I was like, really? We're gonna make me a 14-year-old girl turn into a bloodthirsty vampire? I'm so upset. Like, I know it's like supposed to be namesake for Maureen Johnson, but I feel like that's a terrible character to be named after. I would not want to be like that character.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's like funny because like she's obsessed with Simon. That's why it's supposed to be funny, like an inside joke between the friends. But hey, you don't have the worst character.
Like that part is funny. But the rest of it is not funny. It's like, no, stop.
That's true. That's true. But like, okay, my name is after Natasha Ozera from Vampire Diaries. Just think about that.
Oh, ooh, yeah.
Just think about that.
I don't watch Vampire Diaries.
No, Vampire Academy. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, this is the next question I really like. It's what were your feelings? Okay, Infernal Devices spoilers right here, guys. What was your feeling about Jessamine protecting London Institute? I called it. People didn't notice that sometimes, and I thought it was so cool because everybody's like, wait, whose ghost was that? Was it like Charlotte's or Henry's? I'm like, no, it was Jessamine. She died out there. She died at the Institute, and she was going to protect it. So I was like, I'm like the feels, Infernal Devices feel.
I thought we were gonna like see like the London Institute. Like I thought we were like they were gonna have like a point of view from somebody there. So I was like, we only heard about it. So I was kind of sad. But is she like officially gone? Is she like officially like on like say in heaven or something?
I think that she's still there. I don't think. Well, maybe she's in heaven. Who knows? But I think that she's still there. Honestly, protecting it some more.
I don't know. I think we'll see her.
Oh,
hopefully.
and in the Wicked Powers probably.
Yeah. Maureen, thoughts?
I think I don't know. I didn't really like catch on to that. I think the first time, and then I like reread it back, and I was like, ah! And then I cried, and then I was okay. But it was sad. Like it's sad because you just think, literally all the feels from the Infernal Devices just came back onto me like doubly whenever I got into this book. So it was bad. I was like, meh. Just feels.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, well, okay, let me look. Okay, how do you girls feel about Raphael's death? I thought it was good. I was happy with it. I'm like, he sacrificed himself for Magnus, and I'm happy because I love Magnus, and I don't really love Raphael, but I do think of him more highly now because he did sacrifice himself, so I'm like, good for you, dude. Good for you.
I don't know. Like, how do you say that name? Jocelyn? Oh, Jocelyn. That's a weird spelling, Jocelyn, but I like it.
Joshua and Lynn.
Jocelyn St. Thomas. That's an awesome name. Good on your parents. Anyways, what was I saying? I don't know. Like I'm glad he died. I'm not like Luke or Magus or anybody.
Yeah, I'd rather like him die.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he did some good in the books. Like I never really hated Raphael ever because of like what he did for Simons and yeah. But I mean, it's sad, but oh well.
Okay. Well.
Wait, Maureen.
Oh yeah, Maureen. Sorry, Maureen.
I mean, same. I mean, he was like, I didn't really care that much about his death. I was like, okay, so he's gonna die. Sorry. I was not crying and I wasn't sad. Sorry. I mean, I guess he redeemed himself or whatever, but he was just kind of like a whatever character for me. I didn't like care what he did or what he was doing. He kind of played a role in the story, but not like major to the point of like changing everything that ever happened in the entire world.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question that's not in the Q&A, but I just want to know everybody's thoughts? I haven't seen it in there, but okay. So what do you guys think about Claire and Jace's sex scene, and in the sex scene, Jace having a condom? Because honestly, my thoughts, I was like, wait, I was rereading the sex scene just because I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, it's happening. But when I reread it, I'm like, wait, tinfoil, like wrapping. I'm like, Jace, do you have a condom? Like, really, you go into a demon realm with a condom? Like, what is this madness? But I thought it was good. It's like safe sex. It's a good message. But I was like, wait, what? Really, Jace? Were you expecting to get some when you went in here? Because it's like life or death.
I've only heard like I think one person actually like go into this like in one of their reviews, but like the other City of Heavenly live show they talked about it. I think like I've talked about this also with like with like you, Sasha, and Christine, so I haven't like put anything out there about it. But I was just thinking like it was so odd and such Jace. Like, of course he would have a condom with... I think he would have a condom with him at all times.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I was just thinking, like, what were you thinking? You had City of Heavenly Fire in you. You were going to melt that condom anyways. If
Yeah. Cassandra answered this actually on her Tumblr. Now it's coming back to me, but she said something about like Jace probably putting it into his pocket before they went to the demon realm and just leaving it there because he's like, I'm not going to take it out, but that would be funny. What do you think, Maureen?
I mean, I feel like same. I was like, this is, like, it was kind of one of those things where, I mean, like, I guess it's promoting a good message, but it just felt really out of place. It was like, all right, what?
yeah.
What? I feel like that's how everybody
Rumors
feels
of
about it.
I feel like it's all stopped the rumors of them being pregnant or something, like saying, guys, they're not pregnant because they're not going to be married in the next series. They're still young, guys. Clary is 16. I'm older than Clary. And it's like, wait, what? Guys, isn't that weird? Clary is 16 years old, and this book only takes place within, like, how many months? Like 3 months, including the end is like, no, 6 months or something. And it's like, whoa, did not expect that.
I don't like how young the characters are. I don't like it. I don't think it's. I mean, maybe like the Shadowhunter kids, it's realistic, but Clary, maybe that's why we see a lot of growth in her. But it's only 6 months, so I don't know. I wish Cassie wouldn't have started out her character so young. I think like Will, Tessa, Jim, like they're 18, 19. I think that's more realistic. And
Definitely.
is Emma gonna be like 17? She's not gonna be.
17 or 18. 17, I believe, and then she'll probably turn 18 during the series.
Yeah. So I think that's more realistic. I just think I always thought Claire was way too young. Like if you like the movie aged up the characters, but like if you actually think about like how old 15-year-olds are, they look, I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Go on.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. It just felt really, really young. Like I feel like it would have been even better if like the series had been spread out a little bit longer than like 6 months.
Yes. Mhm.
Like 6 months is a really short time span for all of this to happen.
Mhm.
And then just to have them like grow up would have probably been better, and a little bit more realistic.
Infernal Devices didn't even take place within that short of a time. I remember was it Clockwork Princess or Clockwork Prince where it, like there was a big time gap, like a few months. So I thought that was good that she had that, just because she did not have that in the Mortal Infinite series, and it definitely could because it doesn't seem that short because the series took 7 years to write, and it took place in 6 months. And I think I started the books when I was I believe 15. So I was like, okay, this is a little bit more realistic. But if you guys knew in the movies, they moved up Clary's age to 18.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I thought that was good. But like I felt like it's more realistic for me. But now I read it and I'm like, it's a little bit different because I'm older now, and it's like, okay, now she's younger.
Yeah.
Does anybody see a question you would like to answer, like specifically? There's one right here that I think there's a lot of people asking for it. It says, what do you think of the little TDA letter excerpt in the end of City of Heavenly Fire? Honestly, I could hardly read it. The handwriting is really hard to read, but I deciphered it over the course of like 20 minutes of staring at it. But I thought it was good. It definitely kind of was a cliffhanger in a way to like how like TDA will start and how the course of events will go, like the problem that they'll have in that series. So I think it was good to have that because, like, at the end of the books, it was like, oh, everybody's happy, the end, and then having that in there was added some more depth to it, so I thought that was great. But it was a little bit hard to read. Did anybody find that difficult to read?
Yeah.
I am trying to read it now. I forgot to read it after I finished it, and then read it up. I feel like, are we gonna get these letters like all throughout the book? It's gonna be like a lot like Clockwork Princess, where we got those letters with what's his face. Remember the consul between Charlotte and the consul?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be a lot like that.
Yeah, I think that would be really interesting to have that. Marie, what do you think?
What does it say? Can someone give me a summary?
I feel like I keep having the same opinions as everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I feel like it set it up if you didn't already, like, guess that it was going to be about the fairies, that you definitely know it's going to be about the fairies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, if you didn't guess, you definitely know now, so,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought it was good. I mean, yeah.
And
Yeah.
did you guys know, we don't have this as the American version of City of Heavenly Fire, but in the back there's a comic of Jocelyn and Luke's wedding. So I thought, oh no, not Jocelyn and Luke, it was of Jem and Tessa's wedding. So I was really sad we didn't get that in our book.
Is that real? Like, does it really happen?
Yeah, it was in the back of the UK version of the book.
Why
So
wouldn't
bad.
that be in everybody's book?
I don't know. They don't like us Americans.
Stupid.
I know, right? Maureen. Okay, so next question. Let's have Maureen go first, and then I'll be last, just so Maureen gets to have first say for a little bit.
Good idea.
So
Sorry, Maureen. At
Come
least there's
on.
only 3 of us.
she's like, I'm here, guys, right here. Does anybody?
Hey, at least there's only 3 of us.
I know. I was just thinking, like, what if we had like 5 people? That would suck, and then we wouldn't be able to have like a lot of discussion because I'll have to leave in 45 minutes from now for Fierce Reads tour. If anybody's going, I'll be there, Naperville, Illinois. Hey.
I love Naperville. It's so cool. Sorry.
You know, it has the highest sex trafficking rate. I learned that. Is that crazy? It's not even a sketchy town. I know, that's not even a sketchy town.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
but oh well, I still go there. Here's a question. Okay, so Maureen, you go first for the next question. What is your favorite book out of the both TMI and TID?
Favorite? Oh man, I don't know, man. It's too hard. It's gonna be in the Infernal Devices because I'm like, Infernal Devices is my fave. Probably. I don't know. This is a hard question. Why you give me the hard question to go first?
I'm even.
Probably, I'll go with Clockwork Princess, but I like all of the Infernal Devices. They're all lovely in my eyes.
Yeah. How about you, Natasha?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe, okay, it's either like City of Glass or Clockwork Princess.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think City of Glass would be my favorite book out of both the series, but then Clockwork Princess is definitely bringing up the rear. Or City of Heavenly Fire. Oh my God, I like City of Glass, City of Heavenly Fire, and Clockwork Princess. I can't choose one. I'm bad at answering these. Okay, so.
Okay.
Oh, guys, can we just mention something? How do you like Sebastian's? Simon's. You know, in my review I said Sebastian's band, but Simon's band name, the Mortal Instruments. It was so predictable, but I did not see it. Because I was like, wait, they're not going to use the Mortal Instruments, but then they do, and then I'm like, why didn't I guess that? Like, I thought it was too predictable that it wasn't going to happen. I was freaking out. That's when I started crying.
I was like, what? Well, it's in my video. You guys can see my real reaction to it. But I don't know. I thought it was really funny and cool because like the last 3 books aren't about the Mortal Instruments. Like the first 3 books are about the Mortal Instruments, and it's funny just how like it like kind of ties into the very last one.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on,
Reminder,
we should answer the question about the Simon short stories because we already talked about it.
Yeah. Where's Simon short stories? Okay. So I knew that there were going to be Simon short stories. I just keep on forgetting about them. But I think that was really interesting because they're kind of like 4 short stories from Veronica Roth, how she's gonna have those. So I'm excited to see how these are gonna turn out, honestly. So I'm quite excited because we see a lot of Simon, but I cannot talk. It'll be really nice seeing him like his own storyline. I'm really excited.
Sorry, hold on, I'm tweeting.
I'll answer because you're tweeting. I'm really excited for Simon's short stories because I'm really interested to see, because Simon has been a main character, but he's also kind of been pushed to the side for everybody else's stories to kind of take, front and center. So I'm excited to see, when he is, the center of the story, what the story is like. So,
Yeah, I agree. I think that'll be really interesting because he is a main character, but he's like a secondary main character. He's not like Clary or Jace.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be excited to see more of him and Izzy together,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully some what's his name, Sir Montgomery? Is that what he was calling himself?
Oh, I forget.
Montgomery something, Mr. What was it?
For who?
Maybe, Hold
I don't know
on.
what you're talking about, so.
Okay, no. Remember in City of Family Fire, they were like doing their little flirty thing. Lord Montgomery.
Oh, yeah, now I remember.
No, I
Got
don't
it.
remember. What is it?
The page where they were talking about it.
Wait, what page?
What? 206.
Okay, now we're gonna go to this question, and then the next question you can read us. I'm gonna see this. 206.
Oh, hey, Max. I didn't know he asked the question.
Oh,
Yeah, he boxed me and he was like, answer my question. So I was like, okay, we can do that. Hey, Max.
How
Sorry
did
that I
you...
said that out loud. I hope you haven't
Oh, Sir
work.
Montgomery. Oh, awkward. I was just late responding.
Lord Montgomery.
Oh, wait. I want
Lord.
to say something about that whole Lord Montgomery thing. Okay. I don't know if you guys ever read, like, the snippets that Cassandra Clare had,
Yes, they're all teases now that I read the book.
I know. I'm not going to keep reading those just because I freak myself out and I make a bigger deal about it than I usually do. Okay, remember the snippet? I don't know if you guys have, any of you had ever seen it. I know, Sasha, you probably did. It was like, Isabel said, take your clothes and leave. And everyone freaked out because we thought that Izzy and Simon were going to break up.
Yeah.
No, it was just a joke.
Okay, all those snippets were a joke taken away because she like made us so scared, and then we read them and we're like, oh, what? Oh, that's awkward. I thought that somebody was gonna die there, but nope, they were just getting some food or something. It really was so vague, but then our minds just jumped to conclusions, and then we're like, oh my god, the tease. She's such a tease, but I love it. I love Cassandra.
I used to read snippets, like whenever City of Glass was coming out, because that's when I started reading them. I read them like right after City of Ashes came out. I started reading them then, and then I gave up, and then I came back. So right before City of Glass came out, I was like on the website every day, like, read them snippets, gotta get it, gotta know. And then I did it for City of Lost Souls, and then I, like, not City of Lost Souls, City of Fallen Angels, and then I didn't like City of Fallen Angels, so then I just, like, gave up, and then I came back just in time for the last book.
Woo!
Yay.
Yay! Okay.
I never read the snippets until Clockwork Princess. Oh, I mean, until City of Heavenly Fire, because I was posting them on page premiere.
Yeah, I didn't notice them until 2 years ago when I started the Shadowhunters account, and then I'm like, oh, these things exist? Oh, that's nice to know. So now I know they exist, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we picked another question.
Oh, yeah. How did you feel about the dream sequence in Edom? I cried. I cried a lot. That's pretty much the only time I really cried. Because I'm like, this is so sad. Like, what the heck? That's what their lives could have been. But then again, I'm like, well, I like their lives now, so it's nice.
Yeah.
Good, though.
I don't know. I think what was the longest one? I think the longest one was Clary's. And
yeah, I liked hers a lot, but I was like, oh.
I really hope that Jocelyn and Luke have a little girl. That would be cute.
That'd be nice. Oh, one thing that happened was Alex and how Jace was like, oh, I wish we could have been a thing or something, and I'm like, Jellic! Ah! I love that part because I was like, I ship them, but then don't take that. I love Malik and Clace, but like that would be so funny. Like they're my secret OTP in a way. Just saying. I have secret OTPs that nobody knows about, but I guess they do now. So hey, look at that, Sasha's secret.
Sasha's secret. I don't know. I was just like, they added to the story. They were good. They made us kind of be sad. That's all I feel.
Yeah. Rain, what do you think?
I think I really would have liked to actually see Jace's, but not just hear about it later. I think I would have actually liked to see it, like, from, like, in depth.
Yeah, we didn't at all.
I'm trying to say, what am I trying to say? Yeah, they were, like, heartbreaking. I didn't know at first what the crap was going on. I was like, what is this? And I was like, okay, I got it.
Now I got it. There we go. More heartbreaking.
That was like another snippet. It wasn't a snippet, but it was like Cassie answering questions on her Twitter. Was like, are we going to see Jace and Clary get married? And she answered, sort of. So,
wait, she said that there'll be 2 weddings. I only saw 1 wedding.
The wedding was between Jace and Clary.
The fake wedding?
The fake wedding.
Oh,
Yes.
tease again.
Yeah.
Funny. Oh, and when she said 6 characters we know by name are gonna die, I never knew that they're going to be like characters we don't even like talk about really. Like we know by name, like the Predator. I don't know, Predator Lupin.
Raymond or Scott.
Yeah, and I was like, oh,
Amatis. I can't say her name. I say Amatis.
she died. Oh yeah, she died. I don't really care about her.
Is it Amatis? Let me go look it up.
Yeah, something like that. The characters,
And
it needs like a dictionary in the back of a book how to pronounce like some of the words, because like I call it steel, but I hear it's like a stele or something, and like there's just different pronunciations, and I always get like
I'm gonna keep calling
different.
I always said steel, and I'm gonna keep saying steel.
Yeah, I'm gonna say steel. I'm not
like
gonna change it. No.
I don't like stele. What is a stele? That is
steel
dumb.
sounds more like intense and just I
I don't know. It's like I was waiting for the movie to help explain some things about like how you
nothing. It helps explain nothing in the movie.
No, it didn't.
Can I just say a random side note? Can I say a random side note? This is like nothing to do with this. But my roommate went to Walmart the other day, and they had a box set of Aragon and Percy Jackson, and I was like, and we were both like, what? We're like, and then she texted me, she was like, 2 wrongs do not make a right, and I was like, yep.
Wait, I want that. I want a box set of Percy Jackson. I only have like 2 of the books.
It's just Percy Jackson and Aragon, and you don't want to own Aragon ever in your life, because Aragon is the worst.
The movies, Sasha, the movies.
The movie.
But if the guy was hot in the movie.
You can also see the hot guy in Downton Abbey now.
Oh, he's in Downton Abbey?
Yes.
Yes? What?
Yeah, he plays like the footman, one of the footmen.
Oh, he does? That's him? Hold on. Hold up. Gotta go look this up.
Guys, so somebody just said, like, at Cassie's event in Dublin, Sarah Reese Brennan, and said that in TDA there will be a stag party, and that a spoiler was Silent Brothers strippers. So I think Alec and Magnus are going to get married in TDA. If they do, I'm, like, supporting it. I love that.
I don't know if we're gonna see like that much of the characters.
I don't think we're gonna see any of them like really a lot. Maybe they'll show up and like they'll be like how Tessa and Jem were in this book, a little bit less, and I think that's fine. I think that the characters had a nice end story, so I'm happy with us not hearing about them a lot anymore. Just because the Mortal Instruments series was only supposed to be 3 books, but then she extended it to 6. So I think that now, like, that everything has happened, I'm okay with not hearing about the characters that much because I think we got our fix of them. And as much as I love them, I think it's about time that they start, like, easing off and we start, like, embracing new characters.
Okay, but Cassie's going to overload us with Tessa and Jem because we're actually Tessa, because Tessa's going to be in both the Last Hours, and she's going to be in the Dark Artifices, and...
Don't even care, I want them all.
Oh, I know. I want them all too. Oh, by the way, how do you guys feel about the new warlock that we're gonna get in Los Angeles? I have heard no one talk about him.
I think he's gonna be like Magnus in a way, but I don't think he's gonna help them nearly as much. I think that he will help them, but not as much as Magnus has helped the Shadowhunters in the previous books. I think he's just gonna be there. Honestly, he's just gonna be there, but he's kind of kooky.
Yeah, I feel like.
Okay, sorry. I just finished looking up the pictures of the Aragon guy in Downton Abbey, and my mind is blown.
He's cute, isn't he?
I know, but it didn't, like, register at all, because I feel like he looks completely different.
What's his name?
The crap. Ed Spielers. Spiliers?
Oh, Spiliers.
It's S-P-E.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! That's him?
Yeah!
What?
I know, right? My mind is blown.
I did not connect those whatsoever.
Well, obviously.
Whoa! My mind is literally so like. I can't even. Okay.
Back to the LA Shadow, not the LA, the Los Angeles Warlock. Is he the High Warlock of LA?
Yeah. Yeah.
He was really like quirky and funny. I liked
Yeah.
him.
I like him.
I think he's got a huge backstory though.
Yeah, like we don't know
Crazy
anything
he was.
about him.
It's gonna be interesting learning about him. I don't know if any of you guys watch Once Upon a Time. Do you guys watch Once Upon a Time?
Not that much. I used to though, but I need to start up again. I'm in Teen Wolf though right now.
Oh yes, Teen Wolf. I think maybe did you got you? He was in the first season. It was the Mad Hatter.
Oh yeah.
The actor who played him is Sebastian Stan. He's in Captain America. So I kind of pictured him as like Sebastian Stan, like that crazy, kooky Mad Hatter guy that he was.
Yes, I could so see that. Yeah, I like that.
Wait a
Okay.
second.
So,
1 second.
What? Are you
I
still
think
looking
my mind
at pictures?
again. No, I think my mind was just blown again.
Why?
I didn't realize that Sebastian Stan was the freaking Mad Hatter. Why don't I know these things? I just
we're getting like so off track. I love it.
What?
Guys, we're like already in another phase. Okay.
Well, want to hear something funny? I was because I'm obsessed with Once Upon a Time, but like I went to the Paley Fest like last year, and like people were asking about Sebastian Stan, like, is he ever gonna be back? And then like the creators of the show were like, he's a very busy man.
Oh my gosh. Everybody's
I
like,
love things.
Like now looking back, I'm like, oh yeah, like I knew him from somewhere, like when watching Once Upon a Time and Captain America, but now I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, this is a good question. How did you feel when Jace decided he wanted to take the Herondale's name? I was like, I was so happy. Where's the key? Shut my door.
Praise the Lord.
I was so happy, guys, like literally, because I did not want the Herondale. I knew Jace was not going to die, because then if he died, he already died once in City of Glass, so he can't die again. So when he like took the name, I'm like, just my baby, I'm so proud of you.
Agreed. Sorry, I'm yawning.
We'll have like about 30 minutes left of this, because then my friends are going to pick me up, so I can go get never mind, Shadow and Bone side and everything.
Awesome. Oh, are you going to see Leigh Bardugo?
Yeah, I'm seeing her for like the second time now. She's so nice. She's like such an awesome author. But yeah, we had to head down there earlier than I thought, because there's traffic. Chicago traffic is the worst traffic besides LA. I'm just saying.
You guys will experience it in no time at all.
Next week.
Yay. Okay. I don't know. I'm just happy that Jace took the Herondale name. That's it. I think Clary Herondale is a funny name, but Clarissa Herondale.
I thought it was kind of like rude what she said to Jace. Like honestly, like let me get it. I was like, oh, geez, Clary, that can come off a little bit like harshly. Like when she said, do you like the name? It's your name. So wait, where was it? Okay. Clary, he's like, think of the sound of Clary Herondale, and she's like, oh my God, that sounds horrible. I'm like, what? Clary, you can at least be a little more nice.
Like, her full name sounds nice, like Clarissa Herondale.
Clarissa, yeah. That's okay. Yeah. Okay. So many people are asking like, what's our favorite scene? I don't. There's so many scenes. That's the thing. Did you see this book? There's a lot of scenes in this book, but I like the scene where Clary and Jace finally have sex. That's right. No shame at all, right there. They finally did it. Woo!
I like the Lord Montgomery scenes.
Yeah,
those made me giggle.
Yeah.
Oh no! And when Simon drunk the drunk
that's
blood.
The best.
That was so funny. That was so funny.
I love that scene.
I think, honestly, like, if I'm just going based on feels, like, what made me feel good was the scene when Isabel and Magnus, like, approached Simon and said, hey, this is the world, and you're gonna ascend because awesomeness. I was like, oh, and freaking Jem and Tessa dancing, and Jay's playing the piano. I died.
I literally, like, that point, I'm just like, I can't even, like, the words can't, I just, no, I can't do that. It was so beautiful. And when Jem took church, I was like, oh, and Tessa and Jem, they're so going to be in the Dark Artifices because they're headed to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Look at that. They're going to your hometown, Tasha.
I know. I think it's so exciting to, like, actually see a book that I know what they're talking about.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I just had the best idea. Like, what if Cassandra Clare has a signing in Los Angeles and she gets, like, Tessa and Jem lookalikes just to hover in the background and see if anybody notices? So, like, if somebody notices and it's like, they're real!
I hope she does a signing here in Los Angeles.
Like, I feel like she should do more signings. So, like, I'm going to meet her when she comes to Naperville this September. But, like, honestly, she needs to, I just kind of bummed that she didn't do any tours for City of Friendly Fire just because I would have liked to meet her.
What she does usually is every other book she either tours the United States or she tours like Europe.
Yeah.
So
she kind of London. Not London, Dublin. She went to, but
yeah. So she did like tours for City of Friendly Fire, but those were mostly in Europe. And then she did the New York thing, but usually when she's like trying to write a book, she doesn't do that many tours.
Yeah, and I just wish she kind of did because, like, she was my favorite author. She still is, like, my second favorite author. Jennifer L. Armentrout kind of moved up to the #1 spot because I got to meet Jennifer multiple times. But, like, I want to meet Cassandra Clare because then when I meet her, I could be like, okay, now she's, like, I really want to meet her just because she's, like, changed my life. Like, the reason I started all this fandom stuff was because of Cassandra Clare and her book series. So I just want to tell her that. I really want to meet her and just say, like, thank you, you know?
She's really nice. I've met her a lot, partly because I did all of, like, the press stuff for the movie, so I saw her at, like, all the events I went to, and plus she had, like, the Clockwork Princess signing too, and so I got to meet her a lot last year. But I hope you get to meet her.
You know, like, I have 60,000 followers now on Instagram because of my account, my Shadowhunters account, and I should be able to meet her because of that number. Hello? I'm just saying. I really want to meet her because, like, come on, I've, like, put so much effort into that account, and I still put effort for the past 2 years, and it'll be nice to meet her, just say, like, thank you.
You have to meet her in your Clary getup.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Like, I don't look like Lily anymore because I haven't done any cosplays, so I'll just look like Clary. Guys, there's so many other Lily lookalikes out there that look so much like Lily besides me, so can you please fangirl over them too? Like, because I think that I don't look like Lily compared to, like, these other lookalikes. Like, trust me. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that now. Yeah. Shout out to all those other Lily lookalikes. I'm following some. Instagram.
Who are they?
What?
Who are they?
Okay, I'm gonna shout them out right now. Just go fangirl over them. Okay, one of them's getting hers up. Where is it? Okay. Tala, Taylah, Bartley, Bartley. Like, just, she did a fan book for Lily Collins, so if you go to Lily Collins' page and you see the fan book, she's tagged there. But she looks so much more like Lily than I do or ever will or anything, so fangirl over this girl. Listen.
Okay, let's do another question. Let's do the grade series question.
Which one? Oh, yes. Where's okay, middle grade. Okay, so it says, what do you think of Cassandra Clare's and Holly Black's middle grade series? I want it. I want an arc. Really bad. Because, like, normally I don't really read middle grade just because I can't relate to those characters that well. But I'm really excited for this one. I think both of the authors are very talented, very great writers, and them collaborating is just fantastic. So I'm excited.
I'm really excited. I'm getting an arc.
How?
Christine has had another one, and so I asked her, like, before she went to BA, I'm like, whatever is there, try to get me something. So she's bringing me her other copy of it.
Yeah. I'll trade an arc of one of these. I can't reach my arcs. I can't reach them. But let's get lost for somebody. For an arc? Okay, I'm just whatever.
I'll try to like quickly read it through VidCon so I can like give it to you.
You don't have to do that. I'll probably like take it from somebody else. Or Simon & Schuster, I'll like send them email. Hey guys, I know you don't know me, but I know you. Like creepily. Hey.
Maureen,
Okay.
what do you think about the series?
I don't know anything about it, so.
Okay, well, it's called The Magisterium, and the first one is called The Iron Trial, and it's kind of, okay, I hate to say this, but it sounds a lot like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Because it's a young wizard boy. But here's the thing. I know there's going to be a lot of... I can't think of the major thing that makes it different right now, but someone probably is watching me and is going like, "Ugh, I know it," and they can't say it. But, yeah, so I did like a whole thing on it, by the way, on Page to Premiere. It was a long time ago. But it's basically about like a wizard boy, and... yeah, it's going to be good, and it's going to be different, and it's going to be Holly Black and Cassandra Clare, and I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah, I'm excited. Guys, in about like 5 to 10 minutes, I'm gonna have to ditch this Spopsicle stand because my friends are picking me up. I'm so sad that like that's why we had to move the live show because I was going to the signing. But yeah, so I'm just telling you that now.
No problem.
Like
Let's
one or
just
two more questions.
yeah, see how many questions we can do, and then we'll end it at 3. I mean,
Okay.
5 your time.
Okay, so, okay, here's one. What do you guys think and feel during the scene in which Julian killed his father to protect Ty, his brother? Did that raise your opinion of him, and are you sensing a deeper relationship between Ty and Julian TDA? I think Ty's gonna come, like, there's this point in the book where I sticky noted it. My book's so sticky noted. And one of them says, like, Ty has black hair while the rest of the family has brown. So I think something's going to tie into that later on. But I thought that was really brave of Julian to kill his father. It'll definitely come back into play. Like, I think with his inner demons, I think that's going to be one of his inner demons, like, coming to terms with him having to kill his father in order to save his brother. But I think that's going to be something, like, he has to overcome in the next series. So I'm excited to see how that's going to play out, and I think that it was a very, very brave choice on his hand, so it definitely raised my opinions on him, because originally I was like, okay, he's not a weak character, he's still young and everything, but Emma definitely showed more strength than him, but now they're pretty on equal levels, and I think that was just great of him to do. Even though it's sad.
Ty is Tiberius, right? He's the one that doesn't like anybody.
Yeah.
So many Blackthorn children.
Did you guys pick up that he was... Wait, is it Ty? Yeah. Ty.
Yeah.
Ty's the one. I'm trying to think that he was autistic.
He was autistic?
What?
Yeah. He's like... His mannerisms are slightly autistic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's, like, full up. I think she wanted to include, like, something like that in it. So that's just how he acted. I think we talked about that in, like, a group that I was in with some of my friends. So I was like, oh, yeah. I mean, I picked up on it, but I don't think I fully, like, realized.
Yeah.
But
I didn't realize it either.
It makes a lot of sense, though.
Yeah, it does now. Huh. Realization. Oh.
But, sorry, what was the question?
I
think, okay, Julian, I think he's definitely have a lot of demons in the next book. He's going to be, like, hating himself somehow, and he's probably going to be hating himself that he loves... Wait, does he love Emma, or does Emma love him? Is it only, like, a one-way...
I think it's going to be Emma loves him.
And I think it's both, too, because then, like, they'll try to, like, make it work between the two of them, even though it's illegal in the Shadowhunter world. So I think that it's going to be, like, both in a way. But then again, the reason that, major reason that Tessa wanted to be his parabatai, do you guys pick this up, is because she can go back to the Institute and kind of discover what actually killed her parents.
Yeah, you mean Emma, not Tessa.
Emma. What did I say? Tessa?
Yeah.
They're all, like, blending together. There's so many of them.
I know. But I feel like, I think Cassie had said something that there might be a love triangle. Maybe, I think Julian might.
No more. Yeah. No, I don't want love triangles. Please don't. No. Not another girl in the love triangle.
There's gonna be another girl.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna throw more temper tantrum. I don't want that. No.
Sorry. Yeah, I think there's gonna be another girl.
Yeah. You know they're gonna end up together.
A
Let's
what?
be real.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. How is that gonna happen though? How is Emma and Jules, or how are they gonna end up together?
They're gonna change the rules because that's what they do in these books. Whenever things need to happen, the rules get changed.
They always do, don't they?
Huh.
My friend just left her house like a second ago, so I'll have like about 5 more minutes.
Okay, so we can do like one more question and we can end it.
Okay, what's a big question we already kind of answered. Let's do a fun one. Oh, well, we already answered that one too.
They're like, yeah, these are like a fun one, like us putting as Shadowhunters, like our names or something.
Joel Book said Natasha, Maureen, Sasha, Bays, and I just thought it was funny.
Hey, Joel.
Even though Joel always pops up in the comments of all of these.
This is a good one. I know, right? He's always there. I love you, Joel. Here's a good one. Would you rather
spoiled
Jace's sister or Sebastian's girlfriend?
Ooh. Oh, I saw that.
It's gonna be incest with me and Jace. He's so hot. Sebastian's girlfriend all the way. Sebastian's girlfriend. I would make him love me. I'm kidding. He would love me.
I would go Jace's sister.
Really?
I'm not a huge Jace. I love him as a character, but I'm not like hot for him.
Yeah.
True.
Will is mine. That is who.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Will's the best. If you had to make me choose like to be Will's sister, I'd be like, I pick the other one. I don't care what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Is there another fun one? Because I think we just.
How do you want to do how you discovered the Mortal Instruments series? Because that's like a good like wrap up.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, so I discovered it because my friend Francesca, hey, so she's like, you need to read the Mortal Instruments series. I'm like, I don't want to read it. And then she's like, you need to read it. But it ultimately, when we went over to this little boy's house, because like they're family friends, he said he loved the Mortal Instruments series, and I was like, oh, so a lot of people love the series. Maybe I should try it out. My friend's like, I told you need to read it, so I read it. So it was all because of my friend Francesca, and thank you, Francesca, for introducing me into the world of the Shadowhunters, because my life has changed because of that, so it's definitely because of my friend. She recommended it to me. And I've always seen it in the bookstore, so it was nice of her to, like, mention it, because then that's what ultimately got me to buy it.
How old were you? Do you know what year it was?
It was 2 years ago, so I was 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would have been just getting out of high school. But.
Yeah.
I discovered the Mortal Instruments because of Twilight. I think Maureen has the same story too. But like I wanted something. I was like constantly going to the bookstore and constantly looking for something that was like similar. Like I picked up the Evermore series. Don't read it. And then one of the bookstore people were like, they knew who I was, and like, hey, you should read City of Bones and City of Ashes. I'm like, okay, so I bought both of them, and then I became super obsessed. And no one had ever read it before. I knew no one who had read it, and then I picked up City of Glass, and I found a couple people who had read it, but that's how I discovered it, was through Borders and through book people.
Yeah. I don't exactly remember when I discovered it. I believe I just texted her, so I'm gonna make sure she texts me back. One of my friends and I were like reading partners all through high school. Like we had a competition to read like the most books together, and we both read like 60 books, and that was a lot for us like in junior year of high school. So we had both read Twilight, and then I think she read City of Bones first, and then she was like, you should read it, or I might be mixing this up with the Hunger Games, I don't remember. Like we both read it around the same time, and so I think I started reading them in like 2008. Because it was around the time that, like, it was before City of Glass came out, because I got City of Glass the day it came out, and I took it to Branson with my family, and I read it in, like, 12 hours and didn't talk to anybody. I just was like, I have to read it. So that's when I found it, was through that. I read, like, I have an original, like, hardback of City of Ashes, because that's, like, what I got. It was in the hardback form whenever I got it. So that's around the time. I'm like, I don't know what timing that is. I think it was like 2008 or something.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I think it was because of my friend Alicia that I read them all. That's
Yeah.
how I read the Hunger Games, or I just found it. I don't really remember
One of those.
exactly how I found it, but I remember it was like a long time ago, and then everybody like started loving it. I was like, oh, hey guys.
Like I was there first. But yeah, I think like I met some of my best friends through books and through Mortal Instruments, so it's pretty amazing like how books can bring you together and everything. So I think it's really fun. I think that's a nice way to end this live show, just saying how you got introduced to the series and how we just read the last book and how we loved it. And I'm really happy of how it ended. And I'm really just like I met so many great friends through books and everything. So like these two right here. Hey guys.
Yay! One of
Yeah.
my favorite peoples, both of you.
You too. Hey. Yeah, so I think that's the end of this live show. I'm sorry we couldn't go any longer. I'm going to go see Leigh Barbugo and the other authors soon. I forget the other authors' names. I can have to figure that out. But, yeah. So
If you're going to VidCon, like,
Yeah.
make sure you say hi to us. We'll probably all be hanging out together.
We'll be the group that's reading in the middle of the panel or something. Totally joking. We wouldn't be there.
I'm getting there. I just found out I'm getting there really early to film and take pictures. So like really early before the BookTube panel, I'll be front and center because I will be like.
Yeah, I need to get there early too.
I think the BookTube meetup is on Saturday, so we'll meet you guys there hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so excited to meet everyone.
So. Thank you all for watching this live show. We've had a great time, and we hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all for the amazing questions, and we hope you guys love City of Howling Fire just as much as we did, because it was such an amazing end to such an amazing story. So, yay!
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.